and on your side. Wbrc Fox 6 News starts with breaking news.
In fact, a lot to get to tonight, including that breaking story that we've been following for several hours now. 4 people injured in that shootout on I-59. The incident blocked southbound traffic for hours this evening.
And our Oliviana Calmes will join us in just a few with how all of this unfolded and an update on the people involved. But first, let's get to your weather. Rain is expected this weekend.
And that's a great thing. Chief Meteorologist Wes White has your update. Wes?
Yeah, we're talking about the big impacts that story had on traffic in Birmingham. A lot of wet roads out there tonight. You can see this rain's covered up across the area. Temperatures in the 50s right now. It's chilly. Expect these showers to continue overnight. We're seeing a steady flow of rain and out the door tomorrow morning, making those weekend plans, or Saturday morning, giving you the first alert for some showers out the door. That's the next big thing we're going to be talking about is rain this weekend. Again, looking at tomorrow morning, more of these showers and clouds sticking around throughout the day. We'll probably catch a few breaks into the afternoon, but you can see this is the new data, and it's showing 6 a.m. Out the door early in the day. A good chance some rain still around, especially here across East Alabama, and those rain chances will stick around through tomorrow night, and also a few showers going into Sunday morning. But I think by Sunday afternoon, we do start to trend drier. We'll show you the full weekend forecast coming up.
Back to that breaking news at this point. 4 people injured in a shootout on I-59 southbound just west of downtown. This blocked traffic in the Ensley area for quite a while. It's believed to have started over a stolen vehicle.
That's right, and our Oliviana Calmes is following this story for us. Oliviana, you were out there earlier today, joining us now with what police have to say about all of this and an update on those involved.
Steve, Brittany, that's right. I was there earlier, and as far as we know right now, 2 men are still fighting for their lives right now in the hospital, and 2 other men were injured but are expected to be okay. And as you can see, this shootout really blocked up traffic on the interstate for a long time. Police saying it happened when people decided to take the law into their own hands. Like you said, it happened when a group thought they saw a car that they believed was a stolen vehicle, and it was stolen nearby. They followed that car, and it ended with a shootout out in the middle of the Interstate 59. Birmingham police saying this speaks to the attitude many do have in our community.
People with guns that think they can handle their own issues when we have a large police department that gets paid to handle these issues. That could have just been one 911 call. Hey, I see my stolen vehicle. I'm behind my stolen vehicle. That's what our officers live for. This could have been handled so much differently than the way it was handled.
And one woman was detained for questioning, but they tell me all of those involved are considered suspects. So 2 men that went themselves to the hospital and 2 men that were transported there as well. And we'll keep you updated as soon as we get any new details about this investigation. Steve, Brittany.
Thanks, Oliviana. And by the way, as police were investigating that shooting, there was a wreck on the other side of the interstate. Our cameras caught this crash on the northbound side. Our crews on the scene witnessed at least 2 people, including a child, getting out of the car, one of them having to be pulled out. They seem to be all right for the most part, other than understandably being a little shaken up.
Wow, well, Birmingham Southern still fighting to keep their doors open past this school year. Today, leaders at the college announcing they could soon have $5 million in donations. The North Alabama Conference of the United Methodist Church Board of pensions and health benefits is investing $2.5 million to help the college remain open. However, their investment is contingent upon the city matching the investment. As we've told you earlier this week, Mayor Woodfin is expected to present his plan to the City Council's Committee of the Whole meeting on November 21st.
More than a dozen people, including 2 state politicians, are now running for Congress in Alabama's newly redrawn 2nd Congressional District. At least 17 Republican and Democratic candidates qualified to run in District 2. Today, State Representative Wanlyn Gavan made her case to voters in Montgomery. Although she does not live in District 2, she lives in the Birmingham area. She says she is the right person for the job.
There's a need. The Constitution of the United States does not put a residency requirement on who can represent anyone in Congress. I've worked here in this area for almost 14 years. I have family. Some just live right up the street. I have family on both ends. I grew up in this area as a little girl between Montgomery and Wetumpka, Alabama. I know the issues.
You'll get a chance to vote on who you'd like to see run on the Democratic and Republican tickets for that district if you live there on March 5th.
All right, Steve, more wet weather in that forecast tomorrow. Plan for showers, especially early in the day. It's going to feel chilly out there, overcast. And then we got some more rain coming next week by next Tuesday. But Veterans Day, I know we got the parade happening in the afternoon. If you're heading out to Homestead Hollow tomorrow, just grab the umbrella, but note that there will be some scattered showers around later on in the day. But we'll talk more about next week. And it looks like finally a pattern change that's coming up in the 7-day forecast.
Hey, thanks, Wes. November is Diabetic Eye Disease Month, and it's a time to raise awareness about the leading cause of preventable blindness in adults. Well, tonight we're speaking with a local optometrist about symptoms and treatment.
There are 320,000 patients that get diagnosed with diabetes just from having an eye exam.
Dr. Valencia Wells of Morris Avenue Eye Care says diabetic eye disease can cause blindness. That's why it's important to get regular comprehensive dilated eye exams.
We put drops in the eyes to open up the eyes, and we can look in the back, and what we're checking for is any swelling that's indicative of diabetes, any bleeding from the vessels.
She says the symptoms usually occur when the blood sugar is not controlled.
Sometimes they see spots in their vision, and those spots actually coincide with blood in the retina.
Blood, she says, is toxic to the retina, which can cause you to go blind. Dr. Wells says if the blood sugar is controlled and a person has an A1C around 6 or lower, they don't usually develop diabetic eye disease. More good news is your eyes can recover if treated soon enough.
After a patient gets the diabetes under control, then the blood can reabsorb.
And Dr. Wells also says that African Americans are 3 times more at risk for developing diabetes, as well as anyone over the age of 60. Well, it's no secret, buying a home isn't exactly easy right now, but one particular group has an advantage that has them feeling a little bit more confident when it comes to buying a home.
Our Taylor Pollock spoke with one expert who says not only are members of the military feeling good about buying a home, civilians could also potentially benefit from their VA loan advantages. Taylor, tell us a little bit more.
Yes, Steve, Brittany, that expert tells me that Veterans United, one of the largest VA lenders in the country, is finding a rising interest in VA loans, not only with the military, but with others who are looking to assume those loans.
Veterans are feeling better about their overall financial standing, their spending and debt levels.
With lower interest rates, no down payments, and flexible credit requirements, the VA loan is advantageous for those who qualify. But another unique aspect of VA loans is that they're assumable, making them potentially beneficial to civilian buyers as well as those with VA loans who are looking to sell.
It's not just a bonus room or a pool or an updated kitchen that you're featuring in your home listing. You're also offering a buyer the ability to lock into a mortgage and the payment that goes along with it.
While it's a great deal for a civilian home buyer, Burke cautions those looking to sell to understand that assumed loans can potentially come with some risks.
You could not be able to get another VA loan, or if you can get another one, you might need to make a down payment, possibly a sizable one. And if the person who took over your loan months or years later defaults on that mortgage, you still lose access to that portion of your benefit for life.
Burke also says just because you have a VA loan doesn't mean you have to choose an assumed loan when you sell.
Once they start to find out the implications of an assumption and how it might restrict their future use of the benefit, we do start to see some veterans pull back and decide, you know what, I'm going to just do a traditional home sale.
Burke says it's always a good idea to talk with someone you trust about whether an assumption is right for you and whether it's key to the selling process for veterans. Brittany.
Interesting information. Thanks, Taylor. The recent wildfires, we've seen a lot of smoke and ash into the air, and that can have some serious effects on your health. More information ahead.